there.
Hi, welcome back to Curious Collection. I'm Will.
I'm Cinnamon.
So today we're just going to do a general catch-up, what's going on in our lives, and just kind of bring you guys up to speed because we've been putting out a lot of different content and kind of like running in a bunch of different directions. So
I would say that's accurate.
For work and for our videos, it's kind of been all over the place.
Yeah.
So I want to bring everybody up to speed as to like some of the crazy stuff that's going on and just what our daily life looks like. So the other day I received a message from somebody I used to work with about 10 years ago, and they live on the other side of the country, and they're like, I saw you on a video with Kevin from Commonwealth Picker, and what's going on? They're like just completely befuddled by this whole thing, and I get it, because that's kind of, dramatic when you know somebody from a corporate environment, and all of a sudden now they're a
much different persona,
much different environment and everything. So I told them about the fact that, we're full-time resellers now and that we do YouTube videos and, told them about our channel. And so that was kind of different. If you want to see that video from Kevin, we're in it for like 30 seconds. It's a picking video. It's literally like, hi, Kevin, I'm Will. This is my wife, Cinnamon. So like, that's it. No, you don't even need to watch it now. But it's his video, shocking flea market deal that broke the bank. So if you're interested in a picking video from Kevin at Commonwealth, you can check that out. The next thing is, yesterday we told you guys we were going to go to the auction. We're really looking to find some exceptional pieces.
Yeah.
We have hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces that fall into the $15 to $20 range. And that works well for our business. Mm-hmm. But our business is based on both volume and, having some of those standout pieces.
Right.
In
having an
the
occasional
$80 to $200 range.
Right. Yeah. Every day or two, every couple of days, we really need one of those bigger sales to really keep our numbers where we like them to be. And the problem is that, of course, those are the ones that you pick out and you list first. So we have gone through and listed all of those pieces, and now we're kind of stuck with the $15 to $20 range, which is important that we have a bunch of those because that is the majority of our sales. We had said that the second seller for the month was our $22 necklaces, not the amazing Native American pieces, just the standard, $20 pieces. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we had gone to the auction yesterday. You had gone through all the lots. There were, I think there were probably about 6-7 trays of jewelry. There were some pieces of jewelry that were being sold individually, some gold and silver pieces, but
they also had like some Avon pieces that were bagged and that they were going to try to sell individually first and then on, in lots. And it was hard because there's a lot of people because right now it's snowbird season. And
right. Just to, I know our regular viewers know we are in Florida, rural Florida, not Miami Beach, not Tampa or Orlando. So
so we've got more people than typical at the auctions, and most of them are simply there to have fun and to maybe purchase some things for their own personal collection. And collectors spend differently than, people who are looking at their margins. So that was a little rough to deal with. There was a tray that I wanted that I could maybe spend $20 on, and it went for $35 plus fees. So
right. And so it's important if you aren't familiar with sourcing from auctions, there is typically a seller fee that the sellers pay to consign the items with the auction house. And then there's also a buyer's premium. So the buyer's premium is an additional percentage on top of the bid price. So the auction that we go to, it's 15% plus sales tax if you are not an exempt business. And so you're talking about an additional 21% on top of the bid price. So those numbers add up. Again, we talk about all the time how important those pennies are. And so there was about 6 pieces in that box. How much do you think you'd realistically be able to sell it for?
I could probably maybe get 40, 80, maybe $100, maybe.
So by
but
the time she bought it at 35, we would have had to bid 40.
Right.
And
then plus fees.
Plus 12% fees. So we've been looking at $45 to make $100 sale. And then you take out your 20% eBay fees, plus shipping.
And shipping.
There's no margins left. So it's fine. We walked away. We left the auction with a tray of 4 single pepper plants.
Right, for the household.
The pepper plants we picked up for $1 a piece. So
that was a good deal.
That was a deal. We spent less than $5. We got 4 pepper plants. And that came out of our household budget, obviously. The business isn't going to buy peppers.
So then
we didn't want to waste the day. So we said, hey, you know what? Like, let's
try to get some other sourcing. There was the place where I bought all of those watch tips. We ended up giving them a call and asking if they had anything for us. They didn't have much, but I was able to get this cuff. It's Native American. It's signed S. Ray. And then it's got all of these beautiful inlay. And then, so I was able to pick this up. So that made me happy. And then we also ended up stopping by an estate jewelry place that we've been to before, and we talked to her, and we asked her if she had costume jewelry, which she does not, and we asked her what she does if she's got people, and we told her that we have a business on eBay, and that's what we do, is we sell costume jewelry. So we were able to give her some of our cards, and she said that she'd be happy to pass our information on the next time somebody comes in asking about selling their costume jewelry.
Right. So I think it was an excellent, use of our day. We had already planned on not being in the office. So the fact that we were able to go make a contact to pick up another piece of the Native American, it shows that vendor that we are serious about building this relationship. And then the fact that we were able to meet a new person, get some information into their hands. Hopefully they can direct some traffic to us. If they do that, I would love to get them a little bit of a premium for the referral. So we didn't talk about that, but that would be my intent, is if she sends some traffic to us, then we can,
give her a finder's fee or something of that nature.
Absolutely. So the other thing that I have on the list to catch you guys up on is WhatNot. So we don't talk a lot about WhatNot. Again, the business is 90% eBay, so we focus 90% of our channel or more on eBay, but we've been doing WhatNot for a little over a month. We've done $2,038 in sales. 268 orders. I did have to cancel one piece because not knowing how the system worked. We kind of screwed it up, but we made it right as best we could. We had an item that was in our marketplace and in our auction, and we didn't know how that worked. So a person bought it out of the marketplace, and then we listed it again and sold it in the auction.
Because we thought it disappeared, because we thought maybe we didn't put it in correct. And, right, exactly.
But we've actually talked about the fact that ephemera is doing very well for us. We sell in lots. We're not selling individual pieces. But there's a lot of stuff in the photos and the postcards that you're not thinking as a collector to go and search those terms. So, you may be very interested in airplanes, but maybe there's an airplane that's a little bit more rare and you're just not even familiar with it. You have somebody throw a photograph in front of you, and all of a sudden, I have to have that.
Right.
So I'm very excited about the $2,000 in sales. Now, that is an average sale price less than $10. But the beauty thing is that most of our people, we're starting to build a following. We get, probably right around 8 people that buy out of each show. We do 3 shows a week. This week we're going down to 2.
Right. And that's been kind of a work in progress as well. The first couple of weeks we were doing 3 shows, and we started out with just like an hour. And then we found that if we go for like 3 or 4 hours, then we get a much bigger, obviously bigger return.
Sure.
But that takes a lot. We do our walk in the morning, and then we come home and we do, our YouTube, and then we do our listings, and then we do
shipping.
the shipping, and then we do the WhatNot show, and it's a lot. So we cut the WhatNot shows down to just 2 days a week now.
Right. 2 days a week, but we've extended the hours. So
Right,
now instead
right.
of 1 hour, we're doing, say, 3 or 4, depending on what the sales look like. So it is working for us. Again, $2,000 in sales
is no joke.
in a little over a month. They have a platform fee, which is 8%, because I'm sure that there's sellers out there that want to know that. And then their payment processing fee is 2.9% with a 30-cent transaction fee. Again, that transaction fee you're going to pay on every single item, just like you would on eBay. So it is important to recognize where all those charges are coming from and what that actually looks like. So,
but it's been nice because eBay has been a little, and again, like, it's so hard because when you have a bad day, then eBay is just, it's been horrible, even though it may have only been 1 day or a couple of days that were notable. But of course, like, perception's reality. So you feel like, it's not so great. Even when you like sit there and you crunch the numbers and you're like, no, we're really okay.
Right. Yeah.
But it is nice to have that extra income. When you do a show and you're like, holy crow, like, we got that was a $300 show. Like, to have that additional funds, know that it's there. It just takes some of the pressure off, I think.
Right. Yeah. Just as an example, yesterday was a Tuesday. We didn't have a lot of orders. The orders that did come in were low value postcards, $3.99 a piece. Our total day was $92 on eBay. We're, projected where our goal is $300 a day. So we got 1/3 of what we need. And, but today we're doing our WhatNot show. And so I'm anticipating to have between a $300 and $400 day in that show. So that'll totally make up for that shortfall on eBay. And we're actually talking about driving more of our ephemera items towards WhatNot because you can see it. Having somebody describe it, show it to you.
I think
it's
with those
more
pieces,
compelling.
I think you're correct.
It's also something I've talked about with doing video on our eBay. And the problem is it takes a lot of time. You're talking about processing time to upload videos. You're talking about time to record videos for some pieces. I think that video is very compelling. I can very quickly describe something to you and show you, with your eyes,
right?
What
and
is
the history.
Going on.
Because if you don't know the history of a piece, then it doesn't have that same intrinsic value. So if you're able to explain that history, then it becomes much more sought after.
Yeah. So I think that this is a good thing for us in multiple ways for our business. It's going to make us better on eBay, and it's going to make us better on WhatNot, and we're going to put it all together. So,
well, and it's nice because then we do have different options for different types of pieces. Having the time and energy for, like, say, the postcards, like the $3 postcards that we have. It does take a lot of time and energy to get those listed on eBay and then hope that somebody will, find it.
The sell-through rate on postcards is very low.
Right.
On eBay. I can sell, 2,000 postcards on WhatNot in a very short period of time. The difference is amount of return. If it's a $5 card, you might only get 20 cents opposed to, because we sell them in lots, opposed to taking that same $5 card, you're going to spend hours listing them all. And then,
And how many are going to sell?
I say you might sell a quarter of what's there. So you get 100% sell-through rate theoretically.
But at a much lower,
for a much lower,
you know, there's not a whole lot of volleying. You know, we're hoping to build our.
Yeah, it would be nice. I'm not banking on that though.
Yeah,
you know, it would be nice to dream about. But the thing I find with ephemera is that it is very personal, much like jewelry.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of competition even in people that collect the category for the same items within that category.
Right.
So,
even the people that are buying our snapshots have different, you know, one person likes the you know, Native American, or, you know, somebody else likes vehicles, somebody else likes military, somebody else, you
hunting,
know,
fishing, or sports. So there's so many different directions that it can go in.
Yeah.
Finally, the last thing that we wanted to talk about is like right now, at least here in Florida, it's our winter season. It's the winter tourism season. So there's a lot of snowbirds, you know, holiday visitors for spring break. We are packing up the last bit of our winter discards. I don't know.
The things that just don't make the cut for eBay for like my jewelry and things like that. So and also some of the other things in the store that like maybe just didn't cut it, aren't, you know, they just, you know, some figurines or things that just aren't moving. They've been listed for, you know, a year or more, and we just keep marking them down, and like they just aren't moving. So we are packing up those things, and we want to get them to the auction house while they still have a bunch of customers who are buying at retail, so that we're able to get the good side of having the snowbirds down.
Right. The flip side is that they do drive up the rates at the auction
but
houses.
But if that's the case, then you might as well be selling at the auction house when they're getting the good deals.
So, yeah, we've got a lot of balls in the air, as you can see. We try to balance it all. Try to be effective
in all directions.
In all directions, and sometimes you feel like you fall a little short. And I think that could be the moral of the story today is that, you know, I do feel like I'm being pulled in 6 directions, and focusing on my eBay listings isn't one of my top priorities right now.
Yeah, because you have so many, like he's the one who's putting in the listings on WhatNot, and that does take time, and going through these totes and finding the snapshots and the things that we're putting up on WhatNot. And again, that takes time too. Today I'm, you know, and so I've been picking up, like, you know, doing the jewelry listings while he's doing other things. So at least, you know, we're still giving eBay its loving every day.
We still have active listings going up daily. It's just
there's a lot of like spinning plates in, you know, and just going back and forth and spinning plates, and it's a lot.
And that's what it's like to run a small business.
Yep.
So I don't have anything to add. Do you?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. So I hope you guys are up to speed on everything that's going on right now. I hope your business is doing well. And I hope that you like, subscribe, and comment down below.
All right. Thanks so much. Good luck to you guys out there.